Alrighty, well, I'm Ronnie of Aly&Roni. This is my introduction video to tell you about myself and the reason why me and my sister came together to do a video blog. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy this first video. A little bit about myself is I'm originally from Palmer, Alaska. I was there for 20 years. I ended up joining the Air Force, medical logistics. I served my country for 5 years. I lived in Texas, Florida, and then Colorado. I met my husband in Florida at church. We got married. Then we had Nathaniel, our firstborn. We ended up relocating to Colorado in July of 2013. We did long distance for 1.5 years because the military didn't have a base that had 2 positions for us to go to. My husband is TAC P and I was medical logistics. I ended up separating because we got pregnant again with Sophia after Nathaniel was 13 months when Sophia was born. The reason why we had our kids so close together is because genetics told me that I would have another little boy, and me and Zach just thought that it would be such a wonderful thing to have 2 little boys running around and just to be their, each other's best friends, but then God kind of threw us for a loop and gave us a little girl. I did have a desire to have a little girl because, who doesn't want a little princess? And I never uttered it out loud that that was my desire, but the Lord heard me anyway and granted me that, and now we have a little Sophie. She's so darling and so precious. She's a bit of a diva, and I'm not sure where she could have possibly gotten that from, but my mother says that it's my own personal little karma. I'm sure that hopefully she'll grow out of it. Nathaniel is almost 2 now. He'll be 2 in December. He's a very sweet little boy. He adores his little sister. He loves helping me with anything that he can do. His dad is his best friend. It's always, Daddy, Daddy, love you, Daddy. He's just such a joy to be around, and I'm really blessed to have the kids that I have. Sometimes as a mom, you take your kids for granted just because you get them day in and day out, and sometimes you just gotta slow down and look in front of you and just realize how blessed you are. And yeah, that kid just pooped in the bathtub, but that kid also just said, love you, Mommy. And then you got to go to bed with that last thing in your mind. Like if I died that night, the first time my son told me he loved me, I would die a very happy woman, because there's nothing better than a child loving you. It's precious, it's pure, it's untouched, it's perfect. So my kids are just my world, and I did choose to separate from the military for my kids. Me and my husband prayed, and we thought that our kids deserve to be have at least one person that's stable at home. My husband does TDY a lot, so to have me as that strong person to keep the household going, we feel like that benefits our kids more than it would getting an extra paycheck. I enjoy repurposing furniture. I enjoy going to church. I enjoy singing. I enjoy reading when I get the time to. I enjoy spending time with my husband. My husband is my best friend. He's my world. He is such a joy. He's the first man to really put me first before himself, and I really cherish and I appreciate our marriage, and I support and I serve him as well as as I can, and sometimes I don't feel like I measure up, but he's always there to reassure me that he was put on this earth to love me, and I honestly believe that. My husband is just such a blessing, and maybe he'll appear in one of our videos. Probably not, because he's just not a video guy, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of just a little bit about myself. The reason why me and my sister would like to do a video blog is because me and my sister are very different from each other. My sister is black and I'm white. Like, if you could find 2 individuals with the most different views on parenting, on marriage, on religion, on just their individual personalities, it would be my sister and I. But the beautiful and unique thing about our friendship is we can come together and we can support each other and we can uplift each other regardless of what the situation may be, and regardless what may or may not be our feelings towards the subject that she may or I may be seeking advice from. Some examples, I vaccinate, and my sister is doing delayed vaccinations. Do I think that my sister is going to endanger other kids by not vaccinating her son right away? I don't. I feel like that's what vaccines are for. Why would you vaccinate your kid and then fear that they're going to get sick? But they got vaccinated. And if my sister chooses to not put those chemicals in her new baby, then that's okay. That's her choice as a mom. And that's kind of why we want to do this. We want to show moms and women that you can be who you are, and you should be supported for that reason, regardless of what those reasons are. Some more examples. I give my baby oatmeal. Sophia's 8 months and she eats oatmeal. My sister doesn't do any kind of grains until I think 1 year for her son, and that's okay. My sister said, hey, it'll put weight on Sophia, because in the beginning of Sophia's life, sorry if I get a little emotional, it was a really hard time for me. Nathaniel's pregnancy was just so easy, and every doctor's visit was exciting. I got to see my baby, and he was growing, and he was perfect. And with Sophia, we unfortunately had some issues. She had symptoms of Down syndrome, and at 25, that's just, it's not something you expect to hear. It's really hard to kind of process. And if Sophia she wasn't born with Down syndrome, but if she was, that wouldn't have changed the way that me and my husband felt about our daughter. But at 25, that's just not something that you're prepared to hear. She also had issues growing in the womb, and then when she was born, I hated her well visits because the doctor would just look at me like, your baby's not growing. There's something wrong with your baby. So we did blood tests, and everything turned out well. She's just growing at her own pace. She just got into 6-month clothing. They're still a little bit baggy. She's a long baby. She's just not a chunky baby. She's very thin. And I think part of that reason is Nathaniel was formula fed from 3 months on, because I did have to return back to work. And Sophia is exclusively breastfed. But from 6 months and on, she did start getting baby food and oatmeal. My sister doesn't want to give her son oatmeal, but she encouraged me and uplifted me in that time that I needed. Sophia also gets formula once a day to add extra calories. And my sister, again, she was my rock. She uplifted me and she encouraged me, like, hey, what you're doing is a good job. You're a good mom, regardless of what anyone is saying. And that's just why we want to do this. We want to show people that you're a good mom. You're a good person. You're a good woman. You don't vaccinate? Good for you. You vaccinate? Fantastic. You cloth diaper? Great. You don't cloth diaper? Okay. It's okay. Like, there's just so much mom bashing, and I've experienced some of it myself, where like people just jumped down my throat when I told them that we did certain things. Like, we did co-sleep both of our kids, and I was told by a doctor that that's very frowned upon, and her degree or her contract with the hospital required her to tell me that that wasn't okay. But we do co-sleep. Sophia has officially transferred to her own crib, and Nathaniel's been sleeping in his own crib since 6 months. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with not co-sleeping. I think that you're the parent, and you get to parent your kids the way that you want to, just like I'm a parent, and I'm going to parent my kids the way that I want to. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing this video. We just want to show people that two individuals with different views can still support each other, and we encourage that other moms encourage and support other moms out there, regardless of what their journey is and what their story may be. If someone saw me giving a bottle to Sophia in public and didn't ask me maybe why I was doing that, and just kind of looked down at me and judged me, that would break my heart, because clearly I have a story behind why Sophia is getting formula plus breast milk. So yeah, just watch your videos, enjoy our journeys. We're going to discuss a lot of different topics. If you guys have any questions or any videos that you would like to see from me and my sister, let us know, and we will do our very best to oblige. She and I will hopefully do some videos together at some point, but right now we're in 2 different states, so that is a little bit difficult. So this is just kind of another way to kind of connect with each other and be there for each other and just support each other. So yeah, we do encourage you to support each other and be there for each other and uplift each other. And being a mom's hard enough. We don't need to tear each other down. Like, we need to uplift each other regardless. We get no sleep. Putting makeup on is a luxury. My kids are taking a nap. That's the only reason why I have makeup on. Eating is just, it's a joyous thing when you get to eat by yourself. So we have enough on our plates. We just have so much. So just uplift each other, be there for each other, and that's what these videos are for. And we hope that you find encouragement in our videos. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you, and we love every single one of you who watch our videos. So just have a blessed day.